neighborhood Nip Hustle. Giving a shout out right now to SPR in the streets, my nigga, Spot Low, y'all already know what it is. Schwarzenegger.
We had a case where we had an African-American guy who was a fan of mine. Great fan, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest?
Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
Black Box is currently under construction, so I am off cam for a couple more days. They not like us. We got some black liquors all on Trump nuts on my mama, and they gonna be addressed. So with no further ado, let's see what these that ain't like me and you have been up to. Black Trump sellouts exposed.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Amanda Seales had her own cookout. I'm talking about 20 niggas on a grill.
Look at what we're glorifying.
Right.
We're glorifying violence.
Who's we? Wait, who's we? Who's we?
The black community.
Who controls the
black community?
Who controls the distribution of these sources of media?
Hey, cook. I'm talking about home cooking. She had them niggas stewed, fried, laid on the side like some motherfucking pinto beans.
What up, my beautiful black people? Welcome to Black People Politics Network. I'm Mr. Red. Y'all, Jubilee really thought they was doing something by putting Amanda Seales in a room with 20 black conservatives. Now, Amanda Seales had her ups and downs and run-ins with, various people on the internet. You gotta admit, what she did on Jubilee was nothing short of a masterclass on ass whipping. But what we really got, a showcase of black Trump sellouts putting on a minstrel show for MAGA. That's exactly what they were doing. They were singing and they were cooning and they were kumbayaing for these MAGAs who don't want nothing to do with them. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. We have a lot to discuss with this. Let's strap in. Let's get after it. Now, you know it's bad when the first words out of a brother's mouth sound something like straight out of Fox News. I mean, these dudes didn't come to debate. They came to argue and regurgitate all the same Fox talking points that we've heard so many times before, even though we know it's propaganda lie news. They came to perform in front of their white audience, trying to get in good with Zaddy, but Zaddy don't want them, okay?
Black culture is toxic. The black culture is toxic. We have produced a culture that is toxic. And let's get on the fact that there's no fathers in the black home. Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Let's talk about that.
Stop.
Let's talk about that.
None of this is gonna work if y'all are just gonna sit here and make up shit.
It's
not gonna work. No, it's a debate has to be in facts.
You're putting off emotional liberalism right now.
I am not putting off emotional liberalism. You're putting off unfounded lies based in conservatism.
And the sad part is they're so desperate for approval, they'll say anything. One brother got so frustrated, he pretty much told Black MAGA they might as well just go buy some white paint and put it on their face. Just slap it right on their face, because that's who you're auditioning for. That's who you want to be.
I have a solution for black conservatives that I think will make their lives more fulfilling. Go to Home Depot, buy some white paint and a paintbrush. Paint your skin white and leave the rest of us alone.
And them white folks still ain't gonna give a fuck about you. I promise.
And he's right? This is not a debate. Put on that white makeup, put on that white face paint, right? Because this is clown behavior. It's clown behavior to capitulate to people who don't give a shit about you. That's what happens when you don't love yourself enough to stand with your people. Wrong or right, you should be standing for your people, and you should be at least making something better of yourself to be an example for them. And if you're not doing that, then you're going to be out in the cold, because I have no love lost for that. We may not agree in certain aspects, in Black America, but we can agree that we're not going to have some black people selling us out to people who don't give a shit about us.
I second that notion.
Now, to her credit, Amanda Seales came prepared, okay? She didn't come to play nice. She called them out for parroting lies, parroting and peddling the same lies that in these right-wing talking spaces, regurgitating points that have been used to demean us, to have people look down on us, to think less of us. And who's doing this? Our own so-called people. They ain't my people. They might be your people, but they ain't my people.
Oh, Mr. Red, they ain't my people, them your people. I can't stand motherfuckers like that. I spent years being schooled in environments with all whites and others, very few blacks, from 7th to 12th grade. And we ain't never turned a few blacks. We was just black, man. Like, we just was amongst others.
If I have a company, right, and you guys are my employees, and I determine what you get to eat every day, that's also going to determine how you exist in this company, right? Like if you come to work and I say the only thing you can eat is processed foods and fried foods and you're not going to get to have the best vegetables, etc. What's that going to affect? Your health, that's going to affect your ability to operate, etc. This is how the United States operates. There's a lot of us that don't want to admit that as much as accountable as we want to be, all of our brains also don't operate the same way. Some of us are much more apt to be indoctrinated than others. That's a fact. There's a whole show called Mad Men that's about advertising, etc. And if we don't acknowledge multiple things at the same time, then we simply cannot stop it. We can be as accountable as we want to be. And I hope that if you're right, because I hope you're right, I wish that it was a situation where if black people could just be accountable, then nothing else would matter. But unfortunately, that hasn't been the case because we have seen when we have Black Wall Street in Tulsa and we have Black Wall Street in Durham, that when we actually do hold our own and build our own communities, they will still come and run it down.
And even when the sellouts admitted MAGA was racist, guess what? They'd still vote for Trump again. This is a sickness at this point. I don't know what he got on these people. I guess you have to be like stupid to hear the Trump frequency and to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. It's so obvious to me, it's almost like Trump got dookie smeared in his face. And you're like, hey, does no one see that this dude is shit on his face, literally? I mean, can't y'all see that shit? Somebody, nobody?
There is one thing that I do regret. I regret that white conservatives don't understand that there is also other people of different races, different nationalities that voted for Trump, and the racism and the bigotry I see from white conservatives, it's appalling. I ain't gonna lie. That's the only thing.
But wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. You are disturbed by white conservatives, yet you're doing the same thing that they're doing with your vote. So what makes you any different?
This right here is the definition of self-hate. If you can admit a man is racist but still pledge loyalty, that ain't conservatism, that's servitude.
How many have fallen in love with their master? Malcolm X talked about that. Slave of the house near fall in love with the master so much, he got more affection for things that are related to the master than the master does himself. Health, property, and all type of stuff.
And that's what we've been trying to escape. You think you're escaping it because you think you're on their side, but they just look at you as a good houseboy. And as long as they do that, you're losing. Whether you know it or not, you'll be the first one to go. Trust me. Listen, the community wasn't fooled for a second, okay? Didn't fool me, probably didn't fool you either. I want you to look at how these other black people responded.
Listen, it was a class. Those people should have just signed up for a class and took the information that she was giving them instead of trying to fight back, bro. Some of the points that they were making were not even points. It was ridiculous. It was hard, bro. It was hard to watch, not because of her, but because you got to ask yourself, where do you find this many cues?
And I'll give it to Amanda Seales. Look, you're better than me. You're better than me. Because I could not imagine something worse than being locked in a room and arguing with a bunch of coons. Genuinely can't. That is psychological torture. It could never be me. There is no amount of money on earth that would get me to lock myself in a room with a bunch of coons and go back and forth. Wow.
We know what it looks like when you have sold your soul. We have seen it. If you pay attention to history, we have seen people sell their souls for weight loss, perm hair, and a spot on TV. We've seen it. Most of us are not buying the no racism nonsense. If you have literal black people telling you, you can see it now, right? If you want to find it, it is so apparent now. Since Trump has been in office, they are out in the open. They are not hiding their disdain, their hate, their racism. They're not even hiding anymore. And you all will still vote with them? You will still think that they're on your side? Something's wrong with you. There's something really messed up in the inside there. You should probably go get that checked out.
After watching Amanda Seales having to endure 20 black conservatives, it really just shows that they have nothing to say or provide other than right-wing anti-black talking points. They really have no information on anything. And it'll be like, well, you guys commit the most crime. Okay, so how do we get rid of the crime? Well, just gotta stop listening to all the rap music. Or when it comes to racism, they'll be like, oh, racism doesn't exist. I never experienced racism. If anything, there's anti-white racism. Just look.
Imagine Lil Wayne said the same bush. He not like us either. He like Drake.
At how white guys are treated in the media. Or when it comes to poverty, they'll be like, well, my grandfather made it out of the biggest ghetto in America, and if he can do it, then you can do it too. And it's like they all talk exactly like white people. I don't mean talking white, talking proper. I talk proper. But I mean, the black men will sound like Charlie Kirk or Ben Shapiro, and the
I talk proper as well.
Black women sound like Candace Owens.
Real black people, we see growth when it's happening. We see the hustles, and we call it out. And we call it out for what it is. Sellout behavior. Even D.L. Hughley had to weigh in, because this isn't new. Black conservatives today, they don't even make sense to most of us. I understand being a conservative man, but I don't understand how you're a black conservative and align with MAGA, because there's nothing conservative about MAGA. There's nothing fiscally responsible about MAGA. So what are you there for? You got picked on as a child by a black person? Oh, get over it. Everybody's had a bully or had people pick on them. I mean, toughen your ass up, all right?
You are there to demonstratively show a disdain for people that look like you, a hatred for people that look like you. That is your stock and trade. The only discernible difference between what racist white supremacists say and what black conservatives say is white supremacists get a lot more backlash. That's all. But they say exactly the same thing. Like when you talk about black on black crime, which is a phenomenon that doesn't exist. If something happened to you right now, they would look at.
That's why Charlie kept Candace around and she didn't get it. That's why they call her Kundis now.
The people in closest proximity to you. Crime is about poverty. Crime is about proximity. You are more likely to be hurt by people that look just like you if you live in that same neighborhood.
This isn't about policy. It's about validation. It's about chasing white acceptance. And even if it means standing against your own community, it's absurd to some of us that you all would choose that over your own people. See, I understand that there are, a demographic of us in the community that may not be doing what we need to do, but there are a lot more of us that are going out there hard working, trying to make some.
He make it look like he ain't gotten, it almost like he just head in the tide, where shirt blended into the background.
The better of ourselves, and you all don't even acknowledge that. You all want to distance yourself from that, and that says more about you than it does about us.
No, there's no systemic racism that I've experienced here in America. The only racism we've actually seen recently, systemic racism we've seen, is the application of.
I would have figured or imagined they would have included her making more points. I haven't seen her really make not one point.
Systemic racism against white people.
Amanda's face right here says it all. Because literally, what are you saying, bro? To pretend as if there's no systemic racism against black people in America is an absolutely, extremely wild take. Do you know that black Americans are more likely to be stopped, searched, and arrested, given longer sentences for the same crimes that white people have committed?
At the end of the day, these sellouts don't win. They get used up, they get laughed at, and discarded when they're no longer useful. But the people, my black people, we never forget.
What black conservatives are there to do, the only thing they're there to do is to parrot back the most inane, hateful things the hateful stereotypes that they can get away with saying. Black people are there, black conservatives are there to put an asterisk on hate.
Stay vigilant, stay engaged, stay revolutionary.
Yesterday was bullshit, but today gonna be a good day. Louisiana 3P, yeah, the 3P. I'm talking about the hood way, like when the Lakers got the 3P, I have to say it was a good day. Hey now, say now, I woke up feeling like it was my birthday. Checks coming in like the first day. I said checks coming in like the first day. Niggas tryna knock me off my pivot, I get ignorant, live it. Give it to you in the worst way, I give it how I live it. Let the church say amen. I was trying to chase a little 2K. I was trying to chase a little 2 bands, water and pineapple juice. Hold the deuce, I'm zeroed in. Shoot the beak off a bird. Toucan Sam, do you know who I am? It's Noonie. They make business, you goofy. See this big gold ring, if I mink me. You get loopy, crashing shit, I think I'm Boosie. Debo, but this ain't no movie. This ain't 2B, this ain't no movie. Yesterday was bullshit, but today gonna be a good day. Louisiana 3Ps, yeah, the 3Ps. I'm talking about the hood way, like when the Lakers got the 3P, Have to say it was a good day. Hey now, say now, I woke up feeling like it was my birthday. Checks coming in like the first day. I said checks coming in like the first day. Really though, I read the back of my cereal box. I still keep a dub in my socks. Buddy man, you lucky I'm not. I'm about to blow, I'm about to pop. Shout out to the low, he passed me the rock. Hopped off the post, threw it in sport, ooh wee. Pocket stuff like a loose leaf. Pick it around, we ain't talking about sushi. It's Noonie and the greenest for blue cheese. I'm about to blow, I'm about to pop. Shout out to the low, he passed me the rock. I'm about to blow, I'm about to pop. Shout out to the low, he passed me the rock.
I come from South, from the deep, deep South, where the fields of cotton just die with blight, and the pappy reads Esquire with delight, while my Alabama mammy plays bridge all night, way down south in Dixie, swinging low, sweet chariot. Come on, come on, come on, carry me home. Oh, I come from South, got this South in my mouth. Uncle Tom's Cam's got a new routine, lights across the ice in the limousine, while Simon Legree shakes his tambourine, way down south in Dixie, swinging low, sweet chariot, swing low, sweet chariot. Listen here, you won't let me speak. Don't you know Swanee River is a dried up creek? Come on and carry me home. La da, la da, ho, 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 da 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 da.
Wasn't that puzzle? Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.